I'm back, Retro Horror, for a review here of a movie that I've really highly anticipated. Uh, there's been quite a bit of hype about it, at least in the horror world. The Owlman, or Lord of Tears. This is a 2013 direct-to-video film. It's the directorial debut, I believe, of a guy named Laurie Brewster. It's an independent film shot in Scotland. It's very atmospheric, and it's a film that you can tell that the director did geared towards lovers of horror genre. I mean, it's clearly focused on pleasing a very niche market group of folks. This is a film I wanted to really like, and I appreciate the fact that the director clearly has a love of genre horror movies, and I appreciate the attempt he's made. But honestly, it fell flat for me. I really wanted to like it more than I liked it, and I think it fell flat because it's long. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, and really there's just not enough material to support that. There's a number of sequences that are way too long and way too flat as far as the shots. I mean, it's very workmanlike, and it's the direction and the camera work is workmanlike, but it's not particularly interesting. The exterior sets of Scotland are great, but when you get to the indoor scenes between the protagonists, basically two protagonists, James and Ivy, you have these long extended dialogue scenes that are shot in a very workmanlike manner. It's just not very interesting. And they go on. The scenes go on and on. There's a scene where Ivy is dancing around. It must go on for 5 minutes. There's a scene in a pool that's just painful to kind of sit through between Ivy and James. And then there's a dialogue scene where they're sitting at a table, and it's just not very interesting, and the music that they overlay on that scene wipes out the dialogue. You really can't even understand what they're saying, and there's no subtitles to this. So as much as I really wanted to like it, I just thought it fell flat. Now I'm going to talk about the story a little bit, and spoilers are going to come inevitably with this discussion. So if you haven't seen it, you may want to switch it off. The Owlman is a metaphor for child sacrifice, bottom line. And James, the main character in this, has nightmares about the Owlman and about his past as a child and what his parents may or may not have done. And through his nightmares and revisiting this mansion that he inherited, he kind of pieces together what happened, which is essentially a child sacrifice to a god called Moloch, pagan god. And if you make these sacrifices to Moloch, you can inherit riches or whatever it is you want. The storyline's great. The idea and the concept is great, and the Owlman looks cool. It's just that it just, like as I said again, it's just the film was shot in such a way that it just wasn't particularly interesting or appealing, and there was just a number of scenes that just way too long, way too talky. So I have to give it about a 5 out of 10, and that's unfortunate. I really wanted to like it. Maybe I'll get back to it and revisit it and potentially feel differently about it. I know that Fangoria magazine, I believe, rated it one of the top horror films of 2013, and that still may be. I mean, there's not a whole lot of good horror films coming out of the woodwork at this, in the 2000s, but I don't know that I would throw this up there as one of the top ones. No special features on this disc. I've got this. This is just a DVD of it. There is a Blu-ray floating around that the director will sign if you request it, and very cool Blu-ray, but I don't have that. At any rate, that is the Owlman or Lord of Tears, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.